Welcome everybody, this is Brian and you're watching Big South Outdoors TV. Welcome to the Big South Nation. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Glad to have you. Hope you'll stick around and hope you'll subscribe and become a part of the Big South Nation. What am I doing today? Well, I've got a kind of a backstory for you before we get started into what we're going to be doing today. Not long ago, I did something that I was not aware of. I kind of caused myself an injury. I'm not going to go into a bunch of details, but you know, that's all you need to know for now. But anyway, it's been really difficult doing what I do for a living, which is lawn care, and I needed to find a better and easier way to make it easier for myself until I kind of healed up from what happened. Well, I'm going to show you what I've been doing, then I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing. Now, you see my trimmer here. That's my Stihl FS91R. As you can see, the big J loop. Instead of having to walk around and do a bunch of weed eating and stuff, what I've been doing, I've been keeping the weed eater with me on the machine, on the mower, and I've been kind of carrying it around like that. Well, that's all well and good, but there's a problem. If you look and see, you see how far out that weed eater sticks from the side? That's hard to reach around, to work around obstacles and stuff. Plus, if you get this shaft caught on anything, with the power of that machine, you could very easily break or bend that shaft. And that's the problem I've been running into. So I did some research, and what I'm fixing to show you is what I found and what I'm going to do. So why am I doing this? Well, when you're a solo operation like me, you work alone, you don't have a crew of men, everything pretty much falls at your feet. You have to do all the trimming, you have to do the edging, hedge trimming, blowing, mowing, everything. I mean, you have to do it all. And yeah, I am sweating profusely out here. It is so humid out here that it looks like we're probably going to be getting a thunderstorm here pretty soon. So, but anyway, so I did some research, and I was hoping that there was a trimmer rack that mounted to mowers. And hold on a second, my glasses are fogging up. And I'm wearing shades today, even though it's cloudy, to keep the gnats out of my eyes, because they are something terrible. But anyway, here's what I found. This contraption right here, I haven't even unboxed it yet. It is the where's it at? It is Jungle Jim's mower trimmer rack. I haven't even taken out the box. I don't even know what color it is. So we're going to cut it open right now, and we're going to find out what it is and what it consists of. And hopefully the weather will hold out enough I can get this rascal mounted to the mower. That's why I've got Big Red behind me. Okay. Got that piece. Got a rubber boot. It all just wants to come out at one time, so we're going to take it all out at one time. All these pieces, I hope there's an instruction manual in here. Yes, there is. Hallelujah. There we go. So, I think this is the Jungle Jim's ZTR-TR assembly instructions. That's what this is called, I guess, the Jungle Jim's. But it's basically a mower mounted trimmer rack. So I'm gonna see about getting it mounted, and then I'm gonna carry you along for the ride, hopefully. But if I don't, I'll be back with you when I'm done. All right, guys, I got it mounted. This thing was a booger. It is not designed for mowers that have any kind of an angle to their rollover bars. It is designed for straight up and straight down rollover bars. And if you go back and look at any of my videos, and I hope if you're new to the channel you do, you'll notice that I always ride with my rollover bar in this position. That way if I come to a tree limb, the tree limb will just slide up over it and go on. It won't take a chance, it won't have any chance of breaking the tree limb. Well, the problem with that is, I'm gonna take the camera off the tripod. The problem with that is Jungle Gym and their infinite engineering wisdom did not put enough of adjustment in this piece right here, nor in this piece here. These are two fixed holes. This needs to be a butterfly slot like this, to where or a half moon slot like this, to where you can turn this thing as well as this to have whatever angle you need it, based on the angle your rollover bar is at. If your rollover bar is angled like mine, you need a lot of adjustment to tilt this piece down like that to where it rides correctly. So I may do that later, but for now, I'm just going to ride with the rollover bar in that position, the way it came from the factory. And when I need to, when I'm done with the weed eating, I'll put the weed eater back on the trailer rack, and then I'll pull my bar back down to the position I usually have it in. This is low enough it won't obstruct it, and I won't take any chance. I won't have any chances of breaking any kind of tree limbs. So anyway, I'm going to put the camera back on the tripod, and I'm going to pick up the weed eater. So you can see the weed eater's right there. That's another thing. You got to have your weed eater with you in order to get this thing adjusted the way you need it. I was actually going to put it on this side, but in looking and measuring, I realized that if I put it on this side, it was going to interfere with my mulch plate operation, so I had to put it on the driver's side, which is fine. It's not a, I call this the driver's side, but you know, which is fine. It's not a big deal. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the camera down. I'm going to put it on the let me get it on here. There we go. And got a good shot. I won't be in the way. Now, what I'm going to end up doing is riding it like that, and then you slide it in that rubber boot. You lock it down as tight as it'll go. And now, I don't know if you can see it. I'll back the camera up a little bit. Tilt it down. You see how the weed eater shaft and the head is right there at the frame? That's not a big deal at all. Look at here. You step right over that bad boy. Getting on, and it's right there. And getting off, and it doesn't interfere with the mounting of the motor at all, or the mounting of the mower rather, at all. Now I've got the mower, or the camera set up. I'm just going to taxi the mower around the yard with it on and just see how it rides and see what we got. not bad. It does kind of bounce around and roll around a little bit. I may need to tighten this up a little bit, I'm not sure. But all in all, not bad. It wasn't a bad experience. It's just, as you can see, my shirt is soaking wet. It's 95 degrees out here, guys, and the humidity, the dew point's like 74, and it's like, you know, 78–80% humidity. I mean, it is humid out here. Bowman's Homestead made a comment on my last video, or the video dedication to Riley. He said, man, the humidity there is awful, because the camera kept fogging up. And I said, yeah, I had to stop 4 or 5 times or more to clean the camera, and I just gave up because it was just you know, wanting no use. And this was almost the same way, but I was able to get it done. But anyway, I'm going to be see if I can send some pictures and an email to Jungle Jim and Jungle Jim's, you know, and give them some suggestions on redoing this, because you really do, not all mowers are made alike. Grasshopper, Kubota, Exmark, John Deere, Gravely, Ferris, they're all made different. They all have their own characteristics, their own specifications. And depending on what mower you have, this is a universal, well, it's anything but. I wanted to actually mount this thing down here, but I couldn't. I had to mount it up here. Well, in the position I had it in, I couldn't mount it because there wasn't enough adjustment this way. There was plenty of adjustment, you know, up and down like this, articulation, but there wasn't enough this way. And that's where you need it, because the higher or lower you have to put this front, the more you need. And just the 4 or 5 holes that are drilled in there, it may not be enough. And in my case, it wasn't enough. I had to move my bar in a position I didn't want it to be in so I could mount the thing. And so I'm going to be emailing them, and I'm going to be sending them pictures and letting them know this is something you need to change, because not all mowers are designed the same way. And that's something they need to look into, maybe tweaking their engineering just a little bit. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I didn't record me mounting it. There are countless, or putting it together rather, there are countless videos on doing just that on this particular mower mounted rack. I did it just because I thought it was something neat, and it's something I'm adding to my arsenal. And you know, if you do this for a living, you know, and you know, say you break your foot and you can't walk a long way, well, this is an option. That's why I did it, because I mean, I don't want to wear my knees out walking and having a pinched nerve in your leg. It's no fun, and I don't want to make it worse. So rather than having the weed eater down here at my feet all the time, now come tomorrow morning, because this is Sunday afternoon, guys, come tomorrow morning, when I take it off the mower, the rack on the trailer, I can pull the mower up, put it on this rack, and I can go. And I don't have any fear of it getting caught on anything or bending anything, because it's tucked up against the mower. The only problem I think I'm going to have is this handle sticks out about that far beyond the edge of the deck, but I'm going to fix that in the morning, so that's not a big deal. So anyway, this is Brian with Big South Outdoors TV. Guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the Big South Nation. Glad you're here. I'm glad you stopped by so I could share some information and some tricks and tips with you. If you're new to the channel, click the like button, guys, and click the subscribe button. Come on, join the Big South Nation. We'd love to have you. Also, when you do, click the notification bell so you don't miss any content. This is Brian with Big South Outdoors TV, saying live big, live southern, and live outdoors. Until next time, folks.